Meteorite is a 5-star artillery-manned sniper who's available from both headhunting and recruitment, and used to be a member of Firewatch's team, before joining Rhodes Island as a freelance merc. Meteorite has 6 years of combat experience and serves as a sniper operator in Rhodes Island, alongside her ex-team leader, Firewatch. She stands at 177 meters tall, was born on the 30th of August in Kasdel, and is of the Sarkaz race. In her archive files and promotion record, it's noted that though Meteorite's expression is usually cold and stern, she has a warm heart. She speaks impolitely, but if you look past her tone and demeanor, her words are heartfelt. She also follows all news concerning the Sarkaz race. Depending on the country and place, there can be variants to how much the Sarkaz are removed from society, even those who aren't infected. This is due to historical events and issues that are not discussed, but the conclusion that can be reached is that the Sarkaz people are removed from mainstream society, often being described as cynical, self-contained, and doing things as they see fit. In comparison, Meteorite is different. She wears her cold expression because of the discrimination she faced, but her heart is still warm. Much like Firewatch herself, Meteorite doesn't like to talk about the past of Firewatch's group. Her reasoning, however, is that it's not her place to talk about it, and that those matters should come from the doctor if they're supposed to mean anything. What's clear to Firewatch from this statement is that the group's story is but one of many to Meteorite. Meteorite once confided to Amiya, in private, even though it's in her record now, that she might leave Rhodes Island one day. When asked why, Meteorite responded that she's fighting for the Sarkaz people, and that while she likes Rhode Island, its goals aren't the same as hers, and someday in the future, Rhodes Island would get in the way. Meteorite looks sad, with Amiya saying that she also wanted to help the Sarkaz people, and if it wasn't too much trouble, help Meteorite too. After saying that, she hugged Amiya, rubbed her head, and called Amiya a fool. But in the end, Amiya sensed that Meteorite wouldn't leave. Rather unexpectedly, after she was promoted, Meteorite submitted a list of names, all of which were aliases she used in the past, in various places, as a freelance merc. After going through the list, it was found that she had been fighting relentlessly for several years, taking part in military campaigns involving Sarkaz. Presumably, this is Meteorite showing her trust in Rhodes Island. Meteorite is confirmed to be infected. She has a cell originum assimilation of 4% and a blood originum crystal density of 0.33 parts per liter. There is no evidence of the infection spreading, and there is no obvious external symptoms. In her character art drawn by Toki, Meteorite wears a knitted dark gray sweater, 2 sweater puppies, cuffed black leather or latex arm gloves, a black skirt, black thigh-high cuffed stockings, black high heels, many different straps on her torso, some of which are bright yellow, a tube behind her back, which she carries on a sling, some sort of backpack that carries a coat, a black hair ribbon, and an ID card in her left hand. She holds her weapon, an air crossbow, by the adjustable stock. It has gold decorations, a canister at the front, presumably for compressed air, and has its string drawn back, and a red dot sight. In her voice lines, voiced by Risa Tanida, who also voices Mash Curelight as a stand-in in FGO, Zenobia Quarta in High School DxD, Sene Inchika in Log Horizon, Kaori Miyazono in Your Lie in April, Arena Nakiri in Food Wars, Rize Tetiza in Is the Order a Rabbit, Riviera Los Alf in Danmachi, Nachi, Ashigara, Haguro, Miyoko, Akashi, Samidare, Suzukaze, and Shoho in Kankol, Rory Mercury in Gate, Ai Mizuno in Zombieland Saga, Signet, Shokaku, and Zuikaku in Azure Lane, MG3 in Girls Frontline, Yuri Kozukata in Fatal Frame, Marie Antoinette, Mata Hair, and Kiyohime in FGO, Diva in Overwatch, Aster in Grand Blue, and Asuza Shirasu in Blue Archive. Meteorite often talks about her mercenary past.
もう二度と戦火は見たくない。すべて終わらせましょう。戦争が続く限り安全な場所なんてないのよ。たとえここであってもね。それを忘れないで。はっきり言うわ。あなたの周りにはあまりにも人が多すぎるのよ。 険だとは思わないの？ロドスには私と同じ去る数がこんなにいるなんて正直驚いたわ。しかもお互いに反目し合わないなんてありえないわ。このハンドバリスタちょっと扱いは難しいけど威力はラテラーノ人の銃にだって負けないわ。これで我が一族の誇り守ってみせる。ファイヤーウォッチにあったわ。あの子私といた昔の組織の名前をそのまま自分のコードネームにしてるのね。きっとあの子の時間はあの事件から止まったままなのね。ファイヤーウォッチとのことを知りたいなら彼女に聞くことね。言っとくけど反乱軍を彼女の故郷に引き入れたのは私じゃないわ。まあ去る数の私が語る話なんて誰も信じないでしょうけど、彼女には彼女の復讐があるように私には私の使命がある。たとえここで再会しても結局は違う道を歩むことになるでしょうね。
At E2 with everything maxed, Meteorite has 1,685 HP, 1,050 attack, 116 defense, 0 resistance, a 60-second redeploy time, 26 DP cost, and a 2.8 second attack speed. She has the standard range of an AoE sniper. At max trust, she gets plus 85 attack. At max pot, she gets minus 2 DP, minus 10 seconds to redeploy, and plus 35 attack. Her talent, which is unlocked at E1 and upgraded at E2, Blast Attachment Refit, gives Meteorite a 30% chance to increase the attack of her current attack by 60%, raising it to 1,680 when using normal attacks and skills. Meteorite has one base skill, which is upgraded at E2. Blasting Meteorology Alpha is upgraded to Blasting Meteorology Beta at E2. When Meteorite processes an elite material, the byproduct rate increases by 80%. Meteorite's first skill, Buckshot, gains SP with each attack and is auto-triggered. At level 7, it needs 4 SP to proc, while at M3 it needs 3 SP. Both start with 0 SP. At level 7, her attack AoE expands for the next attack, dealing 170% physical damage. At M3, it's 215% physical damage. Her second skill, High Explosive Shell, gains SP over time and is manually triggered. At level 7, it needs 23 SP to proc, while at M3, it needs 20. Both start with 0 SP. At level 7, Meteorite immediately launches a firebomb, dealing 240% physical damage to all targets in range, and gives them minus 210 defense for 10 seconds. At M3, it's 300% damage and minus 330 defense for 10 seconds. Meteorite has an ART-Y module called Tag of Nameless, making it so that her attacks ignore 100 defense. At module level 3, Tag of Nameless buffs Blast Attachment Refit, where her normal attacks and skills have a 50% chance to deal plus 60% damage, as well as giving her plus 180 max HP and plus 65 attack. To unlock and max out her module, you must have Meteorite at E2 level 50, have 100% trust with her, complete 5 battles with Meteorite defeating at least 10 enemies in each, 3-star 2-4, only having vanguards and medics allowed as other units outside of Meteorite, have 6 module data blocks, 20 data patching strips, 8 data patching devices, 3 optimized devices, 4 sugar lumps, 5 manganese trihydrates, and 150,000 LMD. Meteorite is a decent all-around AoE sniper. Good stats, a talent that is basically a critical chance, an S1 that further boosts her damage, and an S2 that debuffs enemies for 10 seconds. And I don't know if it stacks because of the SP charge time, but it'd be funny if it did. Not to mention, the S2 hits everyone in her range, and the S1 increasing her AoE damage radius. As for cons, there's the usual drawbacks of an AoE sniper. High DP cost, low attack speed, and her talent having a low proc chance until her module is maxed out. But even then, that's still a coin toss. Regardless, Meteorite is a decent AoE sniper, and I'd recommend building her if you need an AoE sniper who debuffs and does a larger area of damage for AoE attacks. Thank you for watching. Please follow my Twitter for updates. I just finished streaming Okami, so please check the VODs if you have time. I'm planning on streaming a new game tomorrow. And please check out my other Arknights and Azure Lanes videos as well. There will be a teaser out tomorrow for next week's character summaries.